Good afternoon, Year 3, and well done for completing your first week of distance learning. This is our PSHCE lesson for the week, and this term we're going to be focusing on dreams and goals. In particular, today we're talking about facing challenges, facing a challenge. What is a challenge, though? What is a challenge? A challenge would be something that's difficult, something that you have to work hard to try and achieve, to overcome. And my first question for you is, what challenges might someone have to overcome? Maybe think about your lives. What challenges might you have had to overcome in your life so far? So what have you had to work hard to try and achieve? A challenge, a problem you've had to face, that you've had to try and work past. Maybe pause the video and see if you can think of 3 or 4 different challenges that you might have had to face in your life. Or if not you, just think about 3 or 4 different challenges that somebody might have to face. And I'll add some ideas to the board. I have added just a few different challenges that somebody might have to overcome onto my board. Starting a new school, that could be a real challenge. If anybody's ever started a new school, obviously we all did when we first started school, and that can be difficult, making friends and meeting new people and being somewhere new. Conquering a fear, getting over something that you're scared of, whether it's heights or spiders, but being able to not be scared of something anymore. I've also added learning to read, learning to write, learning to do something that you find especially difficult. That's a real challenge. We've all faced different challenges in our lives at different times. Some might be bigger challenges, some might be smaller challenges, but we've all faced different challenges. Every day in our life, we face different challenges. It may be useful if you've already printed today's worksheet out so I can talk through some of the pictures. In today's lesson, there are 6 pictures on this worksheet, and I'm going to discuss them just with you all now. The first picture is a picture of a young boy, and it looks like he has a hearing aid. So obviously that person has a challenge that they have to face in their life with their difficulty being able to hear or maybe able to understand. The second picture is a girl stood at the end of what I think is a diving board, and maybe her challenge is being able to dive off that diving board, or a fear of heights that she might have to overcome. These are just pictures, so it only shows you a split second of something. So we don't know for certain, but we can have a little bit of a clever guess as what we think is happening, or what we think this challenge is that these people are facing. The next picture shows a young child writing on a piece of paper. And again, maybe their challenge is that they find writing particularly difficult, and that's a real struggle for them and something they're working really, really hard to overcome. The next picture shows one boy looking a little bit down, a little bit sad, and a group of children behind. Again, we don't know exactly what happened. It's just a snapshot, just one picture, but maybe he's upset, maybe he's struggling to make friends, maybe he feels like people are being unkind to him. That might be a challenge that he has to face. The next picture again, I think it might show a young boy in hospital. And again, his challenge might be that he's unwell and he might be in hospital for a while, and that's an illness he has to try and overcome. And the final one shows a picture of somebody stood on top of what looks like a mountain. Maybe they set themselves that challenge of climbing that mountain, and that was a problem that they've tried to overcome. Your task, I'll read through each of these questions. The first thing you have to do is circle who you think faced the biggest challenge. And there's not a right or a wrong answer. You choose who you think, it's your opinion, who you think has faced the biggest challenge, had the biggest problem to overcome. Describe how the person feels about facing the challenge, how they feel about it. Try to remember to write a sentence, not just 1 or 2 words. How did this person overcome this challenge? What did they do to conquer that fear or overcome that challenge or solve that problem? And how do they feel after they have been successful? Once they've done it, once they've overcome that challenge, solved that problem, how do they feel? If you happen to complete all of that, the final thing at the bottom just says, write about a challenge that you have had to overcome. Can you write down a problem that you have had to face in your life and how you did it and how you felt at the end? Have a go. I'll be really interested to see your answers. And please do use Google Meet today. If there's any of these you'd like to discuss, quite a few of us can join onto Google Meet at the same time, and we can discuss any of these ideas together. Maybe other people have got different ideas. Maybe some of you think some of these pictures are showing something slightly different. Those are just my opinions. You might have a different opinion. So please come on to Google Meet. You can share some of your answers and your opinions. And once you have completed this work, take a picture and send that in to Mrs. Allen or myself, and we can get back to you. Thank you for watching today. Have a lovely weekend. Well done this week, and I'll see you next week.